Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about an unfortunate thing that we have to do as business owners, and that is laying someone off or firing them. It's sad but true that sometimes we have to lay people off. Sometimes we have to let people go. That might be because your business is shrinking, you lost your biggest client. It might be because they were not doing a very good job and you just got to find another technician to do a better job. Whatever it is, there are some things that you need to think about now so they don't become bigger issues when it's time to actually execute the laying off of an employee. So the first thing you should think about is when you sign somebody up, when on their first day on the job, you need to tell them what it's going to be like on the last day. You need to literally say, here's what you can expect. So just so you know this is very standardized, that I'm not picking on you or doing anything different. On the last day that you're here, I'm going to collect your keys. We're going to have you leave as quickly as possible just so we don't cause drama. And I'm going to remind you that you signed this non-disclosure agreement. So we're going to sign it on day one, and then I'm going to give you a copy of it on the last day that you're here. So you'll know that we take this very seriously. And you don't have to be super heavy about it. This is just literally a thing you do, a box you check when you hire them, so they know what to expect on the last day. Now, I do recommend that you give people all the pay that's due to them on the last day. In some states, such as California, that's required, but it's a good practice anyway, just to make sure you've got that out of the way. What I do is I have somebody meet with me first thing in the morning, and I tell them what's going on, and I give them the check, and I pay them for the whole day, but ask them to, clean up their desk and be gone as quickly as possible. I ask them for any feedback they have for how their experience was and how they worked with us and how we worked with them, so forth and so on. What you don't want to do is the stuff they do in the movies that's so irritating, where you wait till Friday night and then you meet them off-site in a public cafe and you fire them there. That's just the worst thing you can do as a human being, as well as for your business. Now they spend the weekend grumbling and mumbling and freaked out because they don't have a job and there's nothing they can do until Monday. If you lay somebody off first thing Monday morning, then they've got the entire week ahead of them to apply for unemployment, to go look for a job, to begin the process of putting things together. And they're grateful for that rather than spending the weekend bad-mouthing you and bad-mouthing your company. So in addition to being a nice thing to do as a human being, it's a nice thing to do as a business owner as well. And then you have to decide what you're going to do before you fire somebody with regard to references. So when somebody is laid off, will you just give people information about their dates of hire and departure, or will you also talk about how they did on their last quarterly review and so forth? Personally, just in terms of not being, embroiled in drama you don't need to be involved in, we like to just give people dates of employment and job title, and that's it. And if I'm pressed, if somebody says, one other question, would you hire this person again today? I will give a yes or no answer to it, and that's it. There's no drama, there's no nothing. I'm not going to go into great detail. It's nobody's business why somebody left. And if it's a very positive thing, I'm very upbeat and I'll say, oh, absolutely, I would hire him again. If it's a no, well then I say, no, I don't think I would at this time. And I do not give any more details. So you have to decide beforehand what you're going to do with that. It is important that everybody be treated the same. So what you don't want to have is your employees see that one person leaves and you throw a party and everybody's having a great time and it's a beautiful thing. Somebody else leaves and it's just like, okay, here's your keys, see you later. Everybody needs to be treated the same on the day of departure. Now, you can bring people back. If people are friendly and on good terms, by all means, invite them to your next barbecue, invite them to your next party for the organization. That's totally fine. But, you know, on the day of departure, everybody needs to be treated the same. You also need to figure out what you're going to do with passwords. Obviously, the recommendation is that you change everybody's password on the day that somebody leaves. And that way, it's never different whether that person is your cousin, your brother, or just an employee who was there for 3 weeks. Anyway, some things to think about. Talk to an HR professional if you have any questions. Most payroll services have HR consultants that they can put you in touch with. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Paycheck, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business. If you like this video, click like. Don't forget to share on social media, and absolutely subscribe to the channel.